Now we will be discussing hydrostatic forces on different bodies, that is on static plates or rounded surfaces. Especially this comes into picture in case of log gates. In dams and all, we have a vertical surface facing water held within it. So in that cases, just like a retaining wall holding soil behind it, a dam is holding water behind it. So we have to look into the pressure due to the static fluid held. So we have different cases like vertical plate correct vertically immersed, or inclined plate immersed in the static fluid which is not moving. That's it. Now if we have a horizontal surface or bottom at some depth inside water, suppose we have, or just pond bed, we can consider water held inside a pond as static, it is not moving, and at the bed of it we have hydrostatic pressure. So it is equal to the weight of the water held by the surface. That is, the pressure will be what? If we are considering atmospheric pressure as 0, what we have? Suppose this is the water level. We indicate water level like this. So here we have atmospheric pressure taken to be 0. So at this depth, the weight of the water held is what? Density of water was there times this area. The area we are considering is this much, times the height. If the height of water held is h, so that is the weight of water within that surface. So the pressure at that surface, all along the surface, horizontal surface, is gamma h. So that is the thing. Suppose we have a vertical plane immersed inside water surface. Immersed under water surface. So the pressure is transmitted same in all directions. So pressure at a point depends upon the height. At the surface, what is the pressure? All throughout the surface, it is atmospheric pressure. So all throughout the surface, it is atmospheric pressure. So the on the surface of the plate also, it is atmospheric pressure. Now towards, as we move to bottom, height of water or depth of water increases. So we have to account that also into the pressure. At any point, it depends just on the depth. So at this point, what is the pressure? Due to the fluid, 0. So at this, whatever be the height at that point. So at this point, what is the pressure? Suppose the height of the vertical plane immersed under water surface is h. The pressure at this point is nothing but gamma h. Okay, so from 0, the pressure due to the fluid on the vertical plane immersed inside water surface is as shown in the figure. So to calculate the total force acting on the plane, we just have to take the area. area of that. So half into, it is nothing but the force, total hydrostatic force acting on the vertical plane immersed under fluid is half. Base is gamma h and height is h. Half gamma h square. Now one thing, per unit width, we have not taken the width. If we are multiplying that width also, you will get the total force. So this is the force per unit width of the plate. Okay, simple. Where gamma is specific gravity of water, or whatever be the fluid within which the plate is immersed. So gamma of fluid, we can just write. It is rho of Fg, density of fluid times gravity. And where we have said in a horizontal plane, horizontal plate immersed inside fluid, this total force acts at the center of the area. Now here, where will be the total force acting? It is varying. The force is minimum at the top while maximum at the bottom of the plate. And the total force, this half gamma h square, acts at the center of pressure. So that term is called center of pressure. So the total of the force F, half gamma h square acts at a point called the center of pressure. So here I have considered a rectangular plate. Okay, that is why I can take it as unit width. Otherwise, the area on which this force acts also varies, so we cannot directly take the area of the graph. Okay, I think you are understanding my word. That is, if we are taking a simple strip, it is dy into B is the area of the fluid contained within that, and the pressure is gamma y. At any depth it is gamma y. So it is gamma y dy B. B is width. And on integrating, we are getting it as half gamma h square only. So where it acts? So where this total force acts, I will just show you that. Any force gamma at a strip, we have taken a strip. I think you are remembering that. That strip, force acting on that strip was gamma y, and area of that strip was B dy. So it is acting where? At a distance y. So I am saying it is acting at a distance y from top. So suppose we are taking moment about top point of the top portion. Moment of this small force about top line, topmost line, means water surface. It is gamma y B dy times y. And if I am integrating all those small forces I am taking, it should be equal to the total force. We have got it as half gamma h square B. This was the total force which we have already found. And it is acting at some depth which we have to find. It is center of action of the total pressure, HP. So we have to find what this HP only. So from this we get HP as, this is gamma y square dy. On integrating, it will be y cube by 2, y cube by 3. Okay, y square, on integrating we will be getting it as y cube by 3. And here we have a 2. So gamma will cancel, BB will be cancelled, and y, this y on integrating, it is from 0 to h only. It will turn to be h cube. So h square h cube When cancelled we get h. So it is 2 by 3 h from top. I think you can just guess it is the centroid of the triangular graph, which is the graph of the magnitude of pressure only. See, it is nothing but centroid of the triangle of this graph, which is this graph. So I think you have got that too. Now next we have seen a vertical plane, its center of action all. Now if that plane is inclined, this is the fluid and so on, and we have a inclined plate immersed under water surface at an angle, let that be theta with horizontal. So this is the inclined plate. Here also what the force varies from 0 to 0. Oh, what is this? 0 to gamma h only. Okay. Linear variation. Pressure varies linearly because it is directly proportional to depth. So this is at bottom we have gamma h, top we have the value as 0. Now the same. So h is the vertical height only. That is, this is h. So what the length? The length of the plate, suppose it to be L. L, vertical dimension of the plate, L. Then h is nothing but L sin theta. H is nothing but L sin theta. And we are just integrating the force. It will be same as that of the vertical plate. Okay, half gamma h square. So if we are confused about the depth, up to what depth of the fluid will the plate be dipped? So what we have to take, if we have half gamma, so I will say so the area only we have to take. But here one problem lies, the plate is inclined. So how can we calculate? We can take the area of the pressure diagram, which is half of 0 plus gamma h times area of the plane, which is L into width. Okay. So it is nothing but h we can replace it as L sin theta only. So it is nothing but half gamma L square B sin theta. I think you are getting my point. Okay, now we need to know where the force acts. Okay, we need to know where the force acts. So it is at the centroid of the graph only. Okay, just take it down that if we have gamma, we are taking a small strip. That way we will be proceeding, so as to make more clear about. we are taking a small strip of dy length. So at a distance what? At an inclined distance y from top. So we are taking all inclined dimensions so as not to make confusion within you. So the pressure acting on it will be gamma y sin theta, force acting on it, and the area of the strip is b dy, and the moment, if we are considering the moment, what it will be. So one more thing you have to remember, in all the cases I have discussed, we have discussed about rectangular plates only. That is why B comes. I think you have noticed that. So for a general case, I will tell the other things also. That is, after that we will move on to this. That is, general plates of any area. We have for a rectangular thing, what we have got, half gamma h square b. Here it is nothing but half gamma h, which is the area of the pressure, times area of the plate, rectangular plate. That is the thing. So it is nothing but gamma times BH is area, and h by 2 is what? Center of that area. Location of or vertical distance to the center of the area. Suppose we have considered a rectangular plate, the centroid of the area is located at a distance h by 2. So it is nothing but centroid, which is usually denoted in smaller classes as h bar, distance of centroid from top. So this is the general formula. I have discussed with you only the rectangular plates so as not to make confusion. So in a next case, location of the centroid or center of pressure, HP. So in as a general case, what we can tell, we have got for a rectangular plate, plate as 2 by 3 h. For a rectangular plate, the center of pressure was obtained as 2 by 3 h. In general, what it would have been. So just look back into the integration. We have got total force times HP as gamma integral gamma height from top y times gamma y is the pressure acting on it, and to take the force we have taken dA times, for taking moment again we multiplied it by y. So it is nothing but integral gamma y square dA. So this is second moment of inertia, or gamma y square dA is second moment. So gamma, if I am taking outside, we have y square dA. I think this formula you have seen somewhere in your smaller class physics. That is nothing but second moment of inertia. So I can write it as gamma I xx. Xs is the surface. Second moment of inertia about the water surface line. Okay, if we are taking about centroid, it is nothing but gamma Ixx is nothing but Igg plus area of the rectangular plate times distance to the centroid from water surface. Igg is second moment of inertia about centroid. To get that about center line, what we have to do? We have to use parallel axis theorem. That is, moment of inertia about any axis parallel to another axis is just the that axis moment of inertia plus area times the distance between the two square. So A times the distance between the two. Suppose it is x bar square. It is gamma A x bar times HP is so and so. So gamma and gamma, this gamma A x bar is the force we have already got. So HP, center of pressure in general for any area, is nothing but Igg by Ax bar plus x bar. I think you are now clear with this. Now we will see inclined plane of any cross section inclined at an angle theta with the horizontal. Similar to the other thing, we have area of this pressure diagram. If we are taking, we have that as half times gamma h plus 0 times the cross sectional area. But the cross sectional area varies at different points. Only if rectangle is taken, the cross section is uniform throughout the depth. Then we can directly take like half gamma h plus 0 times area of the. But the cross section is different at different depths. In that case, what you have to do to find the total force, we have to integrate at each depth. So at some depth y, inclined y, suppose at some depth, inclined depth y along the plate, we have the pressure as gamma h and dA as area of the strip. Like this, if this is the cross section, this strip, let that be dy times b if rectangular, or otherwise we may say dA, some area dA. So gamma h, where h is nothing but y sin theta. See, if this is y, this angle is theta, so the vertical depth is y sin theta. So this can be replaced as gamma y dA times sin theta. Now this integral y dA is moment of see, now see, if we are taking the first moment of inertia, you have learned in smaller classes the first moment of inertia about some axis x dA, where x is the distance of each element, smaller element we are considering about an axis. So that is equal to x bar times total area, where x bar is the distance of centroid from the axis we have considered. Similarly, considering this inclined plate, Suppose y bar is the distance of centroid of the cross-sectional area. Suppose it is, if we are considering the inclined, it is y bar along y. Suppose y bar is the distance of the centroid from the water surface is the axis about which we have considered the moment. See, y dA. Here we have gamma times y dA times sine theta. So this integral y dA is nothing but first moment of inertia, first area moment of inertia about an axis parallel to the what along the water surface. So we have what the total force as gamma A y bar sine theta. So this is the total force for an inclined plate. Now suppose we have to find the center of pressure about which the total pressure acts. So for that, if what we should be doing, moment about, we again take moment about water surface. So moment of each force about water surface should be equal to moment of the total force about the water surface. So total force times we need to find the center of action of total pressure, that is equal from the water surface is equal to integral. So for each element what we have the force as gamma y small dA sine theta is there, because h is nothing but y sine theta. We are considering y inclined length of the length or inclined distance of the small element we are considering from the water surface times what we have to take the moment again. So the distance of that force is actually along the water surface. So if we require to find the vertical distance, so while taking the moment, that is, this is the inclined plane, we have the force acting like this. So this is the distance, vertical distance we have to consider. So it is nothing but y sine theta only. So we have this as integral gamma y dA y square dA times sine theta. Now this is nothing but second area moment of inertia, second moment of, so that is nothing but Ixx. So we can write this as Ixx sine square theta. Now Ixx is what? Moment of inertia about centroid plus total area times the distance square. It is nothing but parallel axis theorem. So we have Ixx as Igg plus a x bar square, or here we have considering y bar square sine square theta. So because the distance is y bar sine theta only. So one more thing, Ixx sine square theta. So for this plate only we are considering. So it is nothing but a times y bar square times sine square theta, and Now what this HP is this total divided by force. Force is gamma A y bar sin theta. Which we have already obtained so and so. Now, so this we will get as IgG sin theta by gamma A y bar plus y bar sin theta. Okay, I think you have got the point about this. Now next we will move to if the application. So the applications include in dams. In dams, we have to get where the pressure acts, center of pressure is where, and so on, because after that we have to take the moment of the total pressure about base of the dam. Since the dam acts like a cantilever beam emerging upward from the ground surface, it is fixed to the ground and this is the cantilever beam. So the moment acting on the beam, we have to calculate that. For that we require the center of pressure. This is one of the application. Next thing is lock gate. Lock gates like they are used in docks and at the tail end of a river for navigational purposes, and that is another application.